What is going on, guys? Today we're going to be taking a look at some Little Armory stuff. If you guys didn't see the video before when I got this stuff was sent to me from Japan Toys Australia, so a big thank you to them for sending this stuff to me. If you guys are living in Australia, do check out their site. They're awesome. They sent me some really cool stuff, and you guys should support them as well. So of course they have stuff like this as well as Gunpla and other things on their site as well. They've of course in the past sent me a bunch of Love Live EXQ figures as well, so if you're in the market for something like that, like PVC figures and things like that from Japan, they've got a load of those on their site as well. But today we're focusing on Little Armory. Now, Little Armory are officially technically meant for Figma, I guess, but you can definitely, certainly, apparently, use them for Frame Arms Girls and Megami device kits as well, apparently. So we're gonna test that out today because I don't actually have any Figma, so these better work on some Kotobukiya kits as well. Someone when I did the video before getting these, someone mentioned the reason why there's not any advertising on the packaging for these to be used with Kotobukiya stuff. There was a reason. At the moment I can't remember what that is though, but the first thing here, these are hand options. So these are in flesh tone and in black gloves for these, and as you can see, the glove ones do have a little bit of detail on them. While they're in the packaging, they might be a little bit hard to see, but yeah, those have some details on them. And then you have the wrist joints here. You have basically just fixed straight wrist joints, slightly bent and more bent. So these wrist joints aren't going to be posable at all or not bendable, but you have plenty of different options on there for posing them. So that means that they're going to be more stable. Anything that has articulation in there can get weak over time, especially if you're holding something heavy like a big gun or something. So the fact that these are just fixed joints is probably pretty good. But yeah, there on the back you can see just some examples of these in use. So these are just Figma hands for guns in flesh color, and these are tactical gloves in stealth black color. Not sure if these come in different colors. I'm guessing that because these are labeled stealth black, that maybe they do also come in a different color, like gray or something possibly. But there's those. So those are going to be pretty self-explanatory. We'll take a look at those here in a moment. But I want to go through this stack of the weapons and things as well here first. So we're going to be basically kind of going through unboxing everything sort of, and then we'll take a look at some of this stuff actually in use with some Kotobukiya kits. So one thing that I love about this series is the artwork on them. They all have really cool artwork on them, and they're done by a few different artists, so I think these would be a few different examples here. The artists' names are down here at the bottom. It says illustration by someone ko, that's just a Japanese kanji name, I can't read that, sorry. And then this other one would be Kamotama, I guess would be the name of this artist. So you can see there's a little bit different art style between the two of these, and then this would be another example. This is another different artist that does some of the artwork for these. This would be my favorite of the three styles. This one's a little bit more kind of cartoony, a little bit more like manga style, and this one's a little bit different kind of art style, but I really like this particular art style. So you'll see different art style used for different ones. I think that maybe has to do with when they came out. I think so, maybe like they worked with one artist for a while, then with another artist, then with another artist, something like that. I could be wrong, but that would be kind of my guess about this. So really cool artwork on them always. And these are in 1/12 scale. So again, that's the same scale that typically frame arms are in as well. So you got the artwork there on the front. You've got the name of the weapon, in this case the MP5K coffer type. It's this kind of submachine gun inside a briefcase, which is pretty cool. On the back here, it shows you what exactly you're going to be getting in this. I've always wondered if these illustrations on the back of the box are actual size. I think that that's what these illustrations are for, is to show you the actual size of the weapons inside. We'll try that out once we open up the box, but then over here you can see just photographs of what that's going to look like. You got the briefcase and then the actual weapon that fits inside of there. Some information there in Japanese, some other stuff down here, just kind of technical stuff. I don't think that this shows the list price anywhere on here as far as I can tell, as far as like the suggested retail price, but just taking a look around at the side of the box here, we got just kind of the Little Armory logo over on this side, if that will focus. These are made by Tommy Tech. Also, by the way, you've got just another illustration and the name there. On this other side, girls, get your arms. Let's just pop open the box. That's what you want to see, right? So let's get it open. In here, it looks like we've got a couple of runners. and some instructions. So we basically just got 2 little runners here in black, so there's going to be assembly required, of course, for these. Your instruction manual here as well, 1/12 scale military series, Little Armory. How to put that together, it's going to be relatively simple. I've heard too that the glue is going to be required for some of the small parts on these guns, so it's not going to be the kind of thing that you can just snap together as a regular snap together kit. So I will have to do some gluing to put these together. That's fine. I'll put these together. I'm not going to put it together right at the moment. I want to go through the rest of the boxes first, so put that to the side and take a look at the next one here. This would be the P226 and the P228 type pistols. So there's 2 different pistols here. They look basically the same. One of them has an attachment here on the bottom which looks like a flashlight, probably. I don't think that's a laser scope. I think that would be a flashlight, I believe. I'm really not an aficionado when it comes to guns and like real world like guns and accessories and things like guns and weaponry. I want to say, sorry. So I'm really not going to be very knowledgeable about this kind of thing. But again, here's the look at what you're going to be getting in here. So it looks like you have a few of them, maybe 3 of each type, or what is that? It looks like 2 regular ones and then 1 cocked back there, and then a couple of extra magazines, and then you get 3 of the, let's see, is that a flashlight? That is a, yeah, weapon light, there it says. Okay, so just looking at the illustration, you can see there's a very slight difference in the pistols between the 2 types. Really not all that noticeable for me, but it is slightly different. And then you get this bit here, which is, night vision goggles. There you go, if I can just read the Japanese there, that would make it a lot easier. Night vision goggles, you get a pair of night vision goggles as well. So that'll be interesting to see how those actually fit onto a kit. So it looks like for this one as well, it's just a matter of 2 runners. Not going to be any assembly required, as it's just the guns and the clips are all just their own separate pieces. There is going to be a little bit of assembly required here for the night vision goggles, but let's see in the manual if it shows how to actually put those onto a kit. Not really, it doesn't look like it is going to, so it looks like I'll just kind of be on my own as to how to actually fix those onto a kit. Maybe I'll have to actually glue them or something? Doesn't say, strangely. But alright, there's that set. Now let's look at the 3rd one here. This would be the heavy shield. So as you can see there, it's just a big old shield. Right, well enough. And then here on the back. This is why I'm thinking why this is not to scale, these illustrations, why these are not in actual size, because I'm pretty sure it's larger than that. So maybe these illustrations are just showing you like exactly what you're getting in the box, basically. So that's just very clear that you get this stand, the shield, or this other part of the shield, and this kind of sling harness, I guess is actually what that's called. Okay, so here you can see what that looks like, the different parts there, and then used with a couple of different figma there. I think those are actual like Little Armory figma. And let's get it popped open. So a little bit more complicated in this set. We have a little bit more going on. We've got a clear runner with a few clear parts on there, which I think is for like the lights. It has some lights on the front of it. So that'd be for like the light bulbs. We've got what looks to be like some soft rubber. Looks like, let's have a look here. These would be, I'm guessing, the straps for the sling harness, of course. And so yeah, they're in a kind of soft, little bit stretchy rubber for those, it looks like. So that's pretty interesting. And then we've got the 1 runner of the parts there in dark green for that, and then another runner here for some more parts in black. So obviously going to be a fair amount of assembly required for this. You have a lot of little small detail parts for that. Very cool, interesting. All right, now the larger sets, we've got 2 of these. We've got the military hard case B, which is going to be just a couple of like wooden crates for weapons and ammo boxes and tools in there as well. So that is cool. Same kind of stuff here around on the side of the box. Just all of that around here on the back of the box. This one actually comes with some waterslide decals as well, it looks like. So you've got 2 of the crates, 2 of the ammo boxes, and then 1 each crowbar and hammer as well to go with that, as well as some of this stuffing here, which is basically, I guess, supposed to look like I don't know, whatever that would be for actually putting in like a real weapons case. Hay? Right? Or something like that. Little advertisement there in the bottom for some of the other guns available in the line. So it's basically just a weapons crate to store your guns in there to make your own sort of like storage scene like this. Let's pop it open. All right, a big wad of stuff in here. Here is those water slide decals. They look Very nice, very sharp. Basically just yellow and black for these. You got the danger, explosive, and then a bunch of like technical markings and stuff for the crates. We've got our instruction manual, of course, for putting them together. Should be relatively simple. I mean, you're just building a box, but looks like there is a fair amount of work that's going to go into that to get them actually put together. And then let's see, the ammo crate, ammo container as well. Just a few parts go together to make that. Here is that inner, again, I'm just gonna say hay. Not really all that much of it though. I was expecting maybe a little bit more. Looks like a pretty small wad of that. And then we have these look like the parts for the ammo crates. So it looks like one runner for one crate. We've got two of them, so two runners there for that. And then all the parts for making the actual wooden boxes. Here we have on this runner our crowbar and hammer. There, Gordon Freeman would be proud. And some nice wood detailing there on the side panels of those. So these should be really interesting put together. Good for some dioramas, I'd say. Set that up to the side and take a look at the last thing here, the DDA school desk. So this would be a set of school desks and chairs. Again, good for dioramas basically. I'm not really sure what you could do with these just on their own, so you definitely need something else to go with these. So interesting stuff for sure. Here on the back, it looks like you're getting one normal desk, two desks with like a feet part there at the bottom, and then three chairs. So basically 3 desks and chairs. You do also get, it looks like, I think that's the stickers for going on the chalkboard, and then these parts for creating like kind of walls for the background to help to make your diorama scene there. So pretty interesting. Let's have a look here inside. This box also feels quite packed. It's a good amount of stuff in here. So there's the instructions, just how to put that stuff together. And then, does this also come with a gun? It's not shown on the back, but it's shown in the manual. So let's just look through here really quickly. Okay, so I think that's for a different set. So if you take a look at the runner list here, this is all what I got in my set, but then there's these runners over here which also show how to make what looks like a gun, and then maybe this stuff here as well, which is just some other like cleaning things or something, apparently, extra stuff. This stuff I think is in a different set. So here it says this is for the grease gun set. So apparently there's maybe a different version of this that is a grease gun set. So they would just use like this same manual. So this stuff was not going to be included in this particular set. That's fine. But as you can see, we've just got all the parts here in tan for the kind of fall wood used for desks and chairs in the school. And then all the other parts are just in gray. And then our background parts here are nice and big. Got this nice big cardstock here for those, here and here for making the scene, and then our stickers here. So these aren't going to be water slides, but just stickers, and it looks like they're not pre-cut from what I can tell at the moment. Let's have a look. Yeah, these look like they're not actually pre-cut, so you'll just have to cut out exactly what you want by yourself, which is interesting. But there's just some stickers for putting some different stuff on the chalkboard there, it looks like. I think these are maybe names, I want to say, and then obviously just different numbers and then days there. And this other stuff, again, I'm not really too sure. I'm not really very familiar with Japanese classrooms, so I couldn't really say, but there's just a whole bunch of stuff here that you can use for that with just this sticker paper here, it looks like, for creating your scene. But anyway, I'm gonna get all this stuff put together and organized, and then we'll take a look in the next video at how this is going to actually work with some kits. So stay tuned for that coming up next. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave any questions and comments you have there down below. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.
Thanks for watching. See you next time.